Hi there guys, it's Joel here from Aussie Chart Trends, coming to you after the close on Thursday the 20th of December 2012. Today's update, we're going to quickly check out the smp500, then we're going to take a look at the asx200 as per usual. Before we do that guys, I've just got to remind everyone that aussiecharttrends.com.au and this video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as any form of investment advice. I'm not a licensed professional. You need to make your own decisions regarding your investments. I'm just here to help anyone searching for a practical direction in today's markets. So let's take a look now at the S&P 500. Looking here on the hourly chart of the S&P 500, meaning that each candlestick here represents 1 hour of trade, we have been looking at this bullish pattern. Ever since we've had our breakdown from our head and shoulders top, we've been looking at this left shoulder, our head, our right shoulder with our handle pattern. Now another way that, to describe this pattern to someone is you can just call this a cup and a handle pattern. That might be an easier interpretation. So in last night's trade guys, you can see that we resisted off that 1450 area or 1448 area. Then we've come back down to retest this neckline. It is vital that we stay above this area at the moment because a back test on this neckline would be an area where you would take long positions in general. Now, that's what the textbook does say, but it looks to me, if we can stay above this area here, and then get back over this area here, that 1448 area, then I would say that we're definitely heading back on up to that 1530 area as a minimum expected target from this pattern. So it is looking fairly bullish at the moment, and by the weekend, we should be able to confirm what the S&P 500 is up to. So that's the S&P for the moment. Let's take a look now at the asx200. Looking on the hourly chart here, yesterday's update, I was discussing that whether it was a potential that we could come back down for a back test on this this broken trend line that we had here, or even if we could come back down for a back test on this blue line. But we also had the scenario in play that we had this symmetrical triangle pattern, and Mr. Market decided to go on up today and meet that level and then resist off that area there. So we're still defined by this bottom green line and this top green line here. And the market is heading on up in a rapid rate of descent, and we do have that new target in play there of around that 4,730 level by measuring the depth from this neckline down to the head here and adding that onto where the market has broken out. You can see that that is definitely possible, and it's on the cards that we will see that minimum expected target play out. Let's take a look on the daily chart just to get an overall perspective of what's going on in the asx200. Just to give you an overall perspective of the asx200, going all the way back to the fall there that we had in October of 2007, you can see that we had our financial crisis. We had a fairly large inverted head and shoulders reversal pattern. The right shoulder was very truncated looking, but you can see there that after we had that breakout, we came up to our minimum expected target there of around that 4,750 level, and then the markets proceeded to go sideways to down ever since. But if we take a look at the long-term perspective, if we have a look at this this top that we created here in 2007, and we extend that blue line over the highs that we had there in April 2011, and then we extend that out, you can see that the asx200 has broken out over this area, then we've come back down for a neat back test on this blue line, and then the markets proceeded to rally on up. Another level that we have taken out is this level here that we had in 2008. We draw that over the peak there that we had in April 2011. We have gotten over that area also. So the asx200 has performed fairly well. There's just one other thing that I do want to mention. Looking back since August of 2011, I've had this blue trend line drawn here. Now, I've extended that out. I've had this actually on the chart for a long time, but you'd expect if we have that target there of 4,730 level, that this top boundary line would be an area where the asx200 would probably find resistance. Reason being is it has acted out as support a number of times before, and that you would expect that we'd find resistance on this line once again. Overall, guys, I think the markets are looking fairly healthy. I don't really see anything bearish at the moment with the asx200. We get more of a clue out of the smp500 because that's one of the driving indicators for our market. I hope this has helped. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, or you know someone that may like to subscribe to my channel, just spread the word about the site and what I do. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back on Saturday for the weekly review.